Hello, welcome to a new week. It's actually Wednesday today. Me and Elizabeth's just getting back from seeing Mark Shepherd. He kindly picked a few chrysanthemums up from John Peace, which I'll show you in a second. It was nice to have another catch up with Mark again. So back down to the garden now. I'll show you these chrysanthemums and I'll show you what's going on in the top greenhouse as well. So now I'm in the top greenhouse, polytunnel. So these are the plants which I've gotten, the chrysanthemums which I've gotten off John Peace. Which, thank you very much for these, John, if you do watching, and thanks again for Mark for collecting them as well. I've got two different varieties, but I've got 4 plants here of each variety. These are going to be going outside. I just need to stake them up. So I've got 4 yellow courtier, and I've also got 4 which are pink wings. So I'm looking forward to getting these out. So these will just be going straight in the ground outside. I don't know whether I'll take them home and put them home, or put them outside this allotment, or put them next door. I don't know, I'll have to work out what I'm going to do with them yet. But I need to get them sorted out and stake them up. So once again, thanks very much for those, John, and thanks again for Mark for picking them up. I still have to put in here, I've still got the marigolds to put in the calendula. But I've just noticed here as well, Elizabeth's favourite, strawberries, which I'll tell her about, they're nearly ready to be picked. So it's the first batch of strawberries, and anyways, now these weren't properly done this year. Next year they'll be a lot better, but we'll see how things go with them. And anyways, so hanger baskets. I'm going to do my mother-in-law's first. So all I've done here is I've gotten some lobelia. So that I've got 3 trays of lobelia here. I've got my hanger baskets. I'm just going to put the trailing lobelia around the edges so that it drops down. Then I've got some swarm river daisies here, which I'll put a couple in the middle, and same with the Livingston daisies as well. Oh, missing one. Elizabeth, I need the viola. Do you know which ones they are? That's their ones. No, them ones there. That's them ones. Yeah, them ones there. Bring them through for us. Thanks very much. Looks like there's been a cat sitting on here, but never mind. So I've got these to put in as well. So I'm going to do these ones. So let's get these out of here. I've been wanting to go for a while, these. So I'll see if I can get move some of these. Just trying to get your stuff. Try to get some space. Put them there. So I'll get these right in deep.
One of the songs
yeah, I think we'll put 3 of them in each one. See, I've never done these before, so we don't know what it's going to turn out like.
Remember, we're not on the...
I've started, Elizabeth. Oh. Start, you come say hello.
Hello.
There's 1, 2.
Hello.
One more in here.
Well, if you're a big fan of Daddy's YouTube video, well, why not comment down below?
A lot of people do comment, Elizabeth. They do like to comment. And let's have a see for these here. Livingston daisies. These are absolutely beautiful when they open up. They are. They're beautiful. They were a right pain. I remember, because they were a right pain to get them potted on. I probably haven't potted them on properly, but
you haven't seen before, but one day I lost that tooth, and then there's another one what's rubbery, and another one. There's 2.
So
say hi, teeth. Hi.
another one there.
Silly.
I'll get this filled up. So there's a couple of messing brown anthem. We've got some swarm river daisies here as well.
Ooh, I see you.
I don't know what these are going to look like, so I look forward to seeing what they do look like.
I can see you.
3.
Do you know?
So It just looks like a bit of a mess at the minute, but there is method in the madness. So 1, 2, 3. So there's one done. I mean, it doesn't look like much at the minute, but let's see what it looks like when the flowers start developing and things like that. There's a bit of space there. Might stick another one of them.
Look, it looks like I have a big smile. That looks really strange.
So get another one of these in here. Okay, so that's that one done.
I look really strange with our teeth out.
Take these over to the mother-in-laws and we'll see how they turn out.
Mother-in-laws?
Yep, we'll see Nana Jones. So they're Nana Jones them ones. So we're going to get cracked on with these ones. So we'll catch you once we've done them. Okay, I've done a couple of baskets already outside. They're already sorted. Okay, so that is these done and dusted. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do something a little bit different. Now I was speaking to Martin Finnemore a couple of months back, and he was talking about the hanger baskets. And I got onto that. He passed an idea over in regards to putting two together in a ball. So I'm going to have loads of lobelia, which is loads of trailing lobelia, and put the ball together and just have a huge ball of trailing lobelia just coming down. So I'm going to give that a go now. This is probably going to go 2 ways. It's going to work straight away first time, or 2, it's going to be a mess. But let's see how it goes now. So all I've done is I've got 2 hanging baskets. I filled them up with compost. As you can see, I've got the basket, the covers in, plastic cover I used from the compost bag itself. Now I've taken one of these chains off, and the other chain is on the bottom for the other side as well. All I'm going to do here, I'm going to try and marry them together so they come together as one. Then I've got these little cable ties, which I'm going to cable tie them together. So I'm going to try my best. I've wetted this down a bit as well, and I've pushed it right down. So we'll just see if I can marry them together without spilling any. So there, it's on. It's on.
So is that their roof cover when it's raining?
Then that stays in there. I've got me little clips. I'll tell you in a second, Elizabeth. I'll tell you in a second. I'm going to just put these in here. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, I've never done hanger baskets before.
Me either.
You neither, no, Elizabeth neither. So that's that. We'll just tie them together like that.
I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to leave some of the cabbage out.
The one that side.
Also to make room.
The one this side. These are just twisty ties that I had on the baskets themselves. Push them under there. 1, 2. I'll probably put a couple of more in, to be honest, just to be on the safe side, because the last thing I want is for it to drop everywhere and leave an absolute mess.
These cells are absolute mess.
Then, so there's 3. 1, 2, 4.
2, 3, push.
And if I lift this up, what we should have is the basket itself. It's pretty heavy, that. It's pretty heavy. But now all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my knife. And I'm going to start from the top. I'll just have to undo these. Get them off. I'll just get them from the side. So for starting from the top, I'm going to put little holes in. And that's when I put one in each one of these. Be careful when you're using the knife.
You might cut yourself.
Precisely. And then I've got the lobelia. Just a couple per section. in there.
I think you should come down there. I only see that a lot of times, haven't I? Not even thousand.
Yeah.
And I only saw it one time.
Do a couple more, then I'll show you what it's like afterwards. So I'm going to carry on doing it around the top. I'll put a few in the bottom as well. Just use these ones up as well. But I'll show you that when I get finished. Only managed to get through 6 baskets. So we've got basket here, basket here, basket here, basket. It looks a bit of a mess, but I think that's just due to the way the flowers have grown. But we'll see how they're going anyways. I have cut holes in the bottoms and I just need to soak these off. So I've got another one there. And I've got that lobelia ball there. I might put some more across the bottom if I've got some more lobelia around. So I need to give these ones a water, and that's done. I need to give everything next door water as well. So I need to give the plants that's in there a good watering through as well.
I could do it myself.
Very good, Elizabeth, thanks very much. So yeah, everything's clearing out in here. I still have another 3 baskets to do, but I'll have to do them another time. Yeah, so that's done here. So I'm going to pot a few of these Cornish giants on before I leave. Then I'm going to head off, and I've got to get ready for work for this evening. So I'll catch you tomorrow, and we'll see what I get done then. Say bye, Elizabeth.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Right, time to get this bad boy put into the big pot. So I need to lift it out. I've already patted around the edges, and I've already got the pot and everything ready. So lift that out. Look at that, man. Great root system on that. So, you want to show them what I've got in here, Sky? So inside here I've put the mycorrhiza fungi. I'm just going to get it in here. So I wanted it up there. So what I need to do is, before I stick that in there, stick that up the back. Stick that in there. And push that in there like that. Right, I'm just going to pat it around the edges. There's the base there. Not sure right in. I just need to secure it. That's going to rub on there, so what I do is need to secure it at the bottom one. There we go. It's not going to rub. It's snap there. Oh well. Make sure it's not going to rub off anything. Right, so that's the big sunflower in the big pot. So what I need to do next is, I've got some flowers which I'll just put around the base. Just a few, don't want too many. Then I'll give it a feed every week. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll see how big this gets. Hello there, it's Saturday. I've got little Kyle with us today. He's just busy sitting outside playing with his cars. There's a couple of things which I need to get sorted here before I shoot off. Me and Kyle's going on a trip this morning. I'm going to pop Gary Cooper, Geordie Giant Veg. He's Cornish Giants that I've got potted up for him. And also I'm going to pop along to see Dave Shaw as well. He's been down to my garden a few times as well, so I've organised to go up and see him at his. I'm quite looking forward to that. So I'll see, if you're watching Dave, I'll see you shortly. But but once we've been up there, I'll come back down, and then some more stuff to be getting potted on with. So I'll see you when we come back down. Well, me and Kyle just had a lot of fun there, so thanks very much for that, Dave. Sorry I haven't managed to get any footage or anything like that because I was in a bit of a, not a rush, but I had to get back home for the allotment AGM, which I've just been to. But I've been over to see Gary, drop his Cornish Giants off, and like I say, I've just been up to see Dave, so I thoroughly enjoyed that, Dave. I could have stopped all day, mate. Sorry we had to shoot it off, but little Kyle loved it. Thanks very much for your hospitality, and I look forward to coming back up again. See what happens. We might bring the family up and we'll have a good afternoon or something like that. But yeah, thanks very much for that. Feels a bit like Christmas. I found a way to drop things off and I've came back with more. So I wasn't expecting it, so I'll show you what I've getting. So I'll just spin these around here. So I'm just getting these from Dave. Like I say, Dave Short. I'm getting cutting of a fig tree, so give that a go. And I'm also getting 2 tomatoes here, which are Big Daddy tomatoes. So I'm going to give these a go. Suppose they'll get really big tomatoes on. So I see there's 2 there. I'll pop them into buckets and I'll stick them in the polytunnel, doing the middle path, and I'll see how they get on. I'll give anything a go, me. I'm quite happy to give anything a go. So thanks very much for those, Dave. We'll see how they get on. So before I headed up to Dave's, I popped in to see Gary, Geordie Giant Veg, and I was dropping some cabbage off for him that I potted on, the Cornish Giants, and I was just having a chat with him, telling him what I've been growing and stuff like that, and he recommended using some new products that he's getting. So what I've getting is a couple of 9-litre air pots to try with the big peppers, and I've also getting some of this stuff here. So I'll just spin these around and show you. It's called DNA Ultimate Soil with Coke. It's manufactured by Mills Amsterdam. So you can't get this. This is just soil, but you can't get it in Koya or whatever you like to call it. But you recommended it. Use it. So I'm getting 2 bags of it to try with my peppers. I'm already growing. I did mention to him that I was going to be growing me peppers, my chilies and stuff in the 3-litre air pots. So he'd recommend trying the 9-litre air pots with the big peppers to see how they get on. So thank you very much for them, Gary. If you haven't visited up his shop, I would highly recommend it. It is well worth a visit. It's up in Brunswick in an industrial estate. The shop's called Hydrotech Northeast. Like I say, I would highly recommend, even if it's just to go up, have a chat, even just to have a look to see what's knocking around. It's well worth just popping up and have a look, because the vast amount of stuff in the shop is absolutely fantastic. So like I say, I would highly recommend calling up there. Just have a Google, have a see when the opening times and things are, but it is a bit tricky to find at the minute, but he is looking at moving places at the minute. But I would highly recommend popping up and have a go in there. Next task is to get outside and get the weeding done, so I'm going to go and get that sorted out now, so I'll see you once I've done that. So I've just finished one of the jobs which need to be done, and that was the weeding. So I've weeded out the orchard and put a load of wood chip down. So I'll show you it now. Okay, what I've done here is I've just removed as many weeds as I could by hand, hoed it, then put a load of wood chip down. So hopefully that keeps the weeds at bay, and also it's a good mulch for the trees as well. So the trees are coming along kind of like, there's loads of fruit on there, but we're yet to get the June drop, which I'll explain later on in another video. But at the moment that's one job done, it's another job done, sorry, and I'm going to go down to the bottom greenhouse now to start making space for the tomato buckets. Okay, so that's one side cleared. I just need to take the benches and everything out. I've got the buckets on this side ready to go. What I've done is I've filled it with some garden compost at the bottom. I don't want to fill it full all the way up because it's potentially too rich. And I've started filling it up with some Humax as well, so I need to go and get some more Humax tomorrow. Then I'll be able to fill these buckets up on this side, get the tomatoes in on this side, then I can start dismantling this side as well. Get the buckets on this side, get sorted with that, so I'll get the tomatoes all put in tomorrow. And that's that done. Tomatoes will be in, the tomatoes are just sitting there waiting to go in. The garden is just rampant with weeds. Yeah, so I was saying the garden is just absolutely rampant with weeds. I've not been able to keep on top of them with being at work. When I've come down, I'm just getting the jobs I can get done. I still haven't managed to get them cabbages put in, so I'll try and get them done tomorrow as well. But it's a Saturday, this is me done. I'm going to shoot off now. So I'll see you tomorrow, see what we can get done tomorrow. Hello everybody, it's Sunday. I've been here for a couple of hours now. I've actually been tidying up outside. I came to the garden yesterday and everything, the weeds and everything were up, and I started feeling a bit depressed, to be honest. So my main priority this morning was to try and get tidied up as much as I could. So I've been to the tip. I've made 2 tip runs outside for outside rubbish. They're gone. Made a space clearing up. And I've also been down to the allotment hut this morning. I've got myself 15 bags of Humax, well, 12 for me and 3 for somebody else. I've gotten a few some other stuff as well. When I was down there, they had a big sign saying free pots. That's what I thought, champion, I'll take the pots. Pots, that's fantastic. I says, I'll take a couple of bagfuls. So I comes back to the garden, and lo and behold, I looks in the car. One bag of pots. Two bags of pots. 2 bags of potatoes, not pots. Oh, so anyways, I've got main crop potatoes. I've got a bag of Pentland and a bag of Estima. I've only put my first lot of main crop in next door, so I'm going to put all of these, as many as I can, in the ground, because that's what I use to eat. I use the main crop. I made the mistake of first earlies and second earlies this year. But I'll shift them back outside because I need to go back in the shed. I'll share them out, but at the minute, if anybody's knocking around, the allotment society down Blythe, the garden shop, are giving away their potatoes, first early, second earlies and main crop, so if you want some, go down and get some. They're open on Wednesday, that's the next time they're open, so you can head down between 10 AM and 12 AM, 12 PM. So I've still got the big bell peppers, which I took some up for Dave yesterday, so I've got them to put into big pots as well, so I've got them to do. Also forgot to mention yesterday, I got something else off Dave which I've never had or never grew before. It was sitting outside when I was showing you everything I got, and it was actually what was this little beauty. So Cape gooseberry, never had them before, never tried them before, so it'll be interesting to see how things go with that. I'll put that in the polytunnel, but yeah, I forgot about them. So anyways, the day I've got my compost. I've bought a huge bag of perlite, that's coming, but I'm not really fussed with that at the minute. I need to get the potato I need to get them potatoes in, of course, yeah. But I need to go and put the tomatoes in, so I'm going to make a start with that now. So I'll see you down there. Right, so what I've got here is I've got 14 pots. I could fit 20 in altogether, 10 at the back, 10 at the front, but I need to bear in mind the space and things like that. So I've already set myself 14, so 7 on the back, 7 at the front. So I'll do 14 on this side, 14 on that side, and then any other tomatoes will be going for sale or for spares for anybody else out on the gardens that want them. So time for super speedy action. Before I do that though, what I've got in here, like I mentioned yesterday, is I've got a mixture of garden compost at the bottom, which is highly rich garden compost. It's a 2-year-old compost, and I've just topped it up with some Humax. Now I haven't filled it all the way to the top because I want to save on compost, because it doesn't necessarily need all the way up the top, and the other is so that when I put my marigolds in, they can come up and they can fit over the top as well, and for watering purposes as well, so the water can so when I water them on the top, the water's not going to tip over the sides. So that is the reason as to why. So I'm going to get started. We'll start with my handy little tool. So I'm going to put these in there super speed now. So before I start, that's them done. I've got a row at the back of Sweet Millions, a 7 at the back, a 7 at the front of Tigerella Toms. Then I'll get the Gardener's Delight and the Money Maker on this side once I've finished here. But I have got some spares here for Sweet Millions and the Tigerella Toms. So what I want to do is I want to keep some for myself for spares, just in case anything happens to the ones that's in here. So it's always handy to have spares. So I don't know where I'll put these yet, but let's say it's handy to have the spares. So I've got 4 buckets here, so I'll have 2 of each for spares. Exactly the same compost, exactly the same mix up. Dig my hole down. I do love them bulb planters. Now we have to remember as well, when it comes to tomatoes, they get little suckers on. Now they're basically trying to produce more tomato plants basically, so there's more flowers and that. So you want to stop them from doing that. And what I mean by suckers are, as you can see here, you already probably know, but anyways, for those that don't know, you see these little here? So that's no good because it's too far down. That's what you want to be looking for, something like that, in between the main stem and the leaf that branches out. Just growth in the middle there. So just get your finger, nip them out, another one there, and that's them done there. Alright, like I say, plant it deeper because the roots can develop all the way up the stem. So the more roots, the better it is, the better plant. So we can take in more feed, and also anchors the plant as well. So there's something for you as well. So it also anchors it. So it anchors the tomato in. So it doesn't. I know because what I'll be doing now is I'll be getting me bamboo canes down. So yeah, I'll be there's 2 Sweet Millions there. So like I say, yeah, what I'll be doing, I'll put my bamboo canes in. Then once that's done, just sort. You can do it different ways. You can use string. You can tie string underneath. So when you're planting tomato in, you get your string and you plant it underneath. So that when you want to tighten it up, you can do it. You leave it loose for loose hanging down, and you can just wrap it around the tomato. The bigger it gets, so it keeps it hard. It keeps it straight up. I'll be using these this year, like I did last year, because they were very handy. So they're just bits of pipe, okay? Cut bits of pipe off, little hook cutting in the middle. I'll be tying them. I'll be just nipping them on, so that it grows up. So there's 2 Sweet Millions done, and I want to keep 2 Tigerella for myself as well in the buckets. Like I say, for just in case. So I'll get that one there. Don't need the leaves at the bottom. I want to produce roots down the bottom of there. Tap on the sides. Push down the middle. Bring more soil on top. Push down the middle. So that's one. For another one here, a nice big thick one. Yeah, that'll do. Right down the bottom. Get rid of the suckers. Same with the ones right at the bottom there. You don't need them. Now another thing as well, when you see tomatoes, you might see you've got little bumps on the base. So little bumps at the top there. That's just roots. They're trying to produce roots. So just like you do with the tomato, like you do with the potatoes, when you see them, earth them up. Same process with the tomatoes as well. So just stick a bit of soil around the base there, and you'll be sorted. But yeah, keep that like that. So there we'll have it. I've got the spares there. So that's some of the potatoes, that's some of the tomatoes put in. Now, like I say, they'll just sit there now. These will just sit where I put them. So the ones over this side, so you can see they're the ones down at the bottom there. They'll sit there like that for the remainder. Now, regards to feeding, now I water them regularly, but when it comes to the feeding, you only feed when the trusses come on. What I mean by truss, I've actually got one here that's already started. So this one here. So on here, you'll see a truss is where the flowers form. So that's a truss there. So this has got a truss on, and it's going to have flowers on. So what I'm going to do is I'll feed this once a week. So with one truss, you feed it once a week, 2 trusses twice a week, 3 trusses 3 times a week, 4 trusses 4 times a week, etc, etc. Now I like to keep mine around about 5 to 6 trusses because you don't want to get them too big. So technically, when it comes to 5-6 trusses, you'll be feeding nearly every day. So that's handy to keep a hat of as well. So what I'll be doing in regards to the feed, I'll be using the comfrey and the nettle juice, nettle tea this year, see how it goes. I do have some tomato feed down the bottom here, so just in case, but I'd rather try the nettle feed and see how things go with that first. But as of me with the tomatoes on that side, that's them done. I just need to clear this space off this side and get started with that side. So I'll see you once I'm getting that done. So before I carry on out doing the other side, I've just put some more marigolds into these pots here. I've only put the orange boy in. I'm going to put the petite mixed in a second. So I've put them in there on the side, just a couple per pot. I'll stick one of the petite mixed in, just 2 of them, one at the front, one at the back. That'll give a nice display. Also, just to let you know as well, when one's closest to the door, tomatoes will feel the cold, especially if you've got cracks in the glass like myself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just get a piece of perspex and just stick it there, and just a little bit in front of the door as well to stop the draft coming in and damage, because the tomatoes don't like cold. They do not like cold. They do not like direct sunlight, and they do not like cold. They like the warmth. But anyhow, that's them in now, so I'm going to crack on the other side. So I've been down to pick the kids up because we've just been for our lunch. Now I've come down to get these tomatoes sorted out, so Sky's going to put these ones in here. So these ones are the back ones, are the Gardener's Delight. And the front ones are, what, Sky, what are the front ones?
Money maker.
Money maker.
Which makes money.
It doesn't. So we need to push them right, make sure they're pushed right down. And we'll get that sorted out. So I'll show you when I'm all done and dusted. Excuse the mess, I've still got to tidy up, but that's done. So all the tomatoes are in. So I've got their spare ones there, in case any of them decide to go. I need to get the bamboo canes from home. The bamboo cane these ones up, and I still need to get need to sort the line across here as well with the tie. But this side we'll have the beef tomatoes. This side we'll have all Roma. And this side we have Gardener's Delight, which are the ones on the front, and Moneymaker at the back. No, sorry, Moneymaker at the front, Gardener's Delight at the back. So I've got 7 of them, 7 of each, with marigolds in. And I've also got on this side, we've got sweet melons at the back, which are the small ones. And we've also got the Tiger Elatoms, which are the new ones I'm trying this year. So that's all of them up there. So all together, we've got 40 on this side, 40 on this side. That's 28 tomatoes. I'm getting 9 on this side, 37, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 14 on that side as well. So that's 51 tomatoes altogether, plus these 6 in the middle. So I'm getting 57 tomatoes potted up. So that's all of my tomatoes potted up now. So and I've also got I've still got Cavendish to go in. I've got Cavendish to go in buckets. I've got what else have I got in? I've got 1 Shirley, which I've just potted up. I've got them 2 Big Daddies I got off Dave yesterday, and I've also got some Ailsa Craig Standard tomatoes that go outside. So there's 10 buckets to go outside as well. But as of the bottom greenhouse, for the tomato greenhouse down here, that's 51 tomatoes in here, all sorted and all done and dusted. With, like I say, with marigolds as well. So I've just got to put the marigolds in the top green in the polytunnel. Just put them Cornish Giants in. I do need to cover the ground up. I'm going to get some weed suppressant for that, because I don't want to be cutting holes in the blue plastic. So I'll just show you where I've put these for the time being. Then it'll be time to say goodbye. So I've just netted them up because they had been attacked by birds. So I've got 1 there, got 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So that's where they'll be staying. I might put another 4 in this bed here. Then I can put the main crop potatoes in a bit further down. But I need to get that bed dug over first. But that's where they're going. So now they're in, happy days. I've still got 2 more to find. I've also been sorting out my chrysanthemums. So these are all the spray spray chrysanths that I got from my granda and took for cuttings. So I've got all of them all up there, so I'll have plenty of them to go with. So that's and everything else in here. The onions that I had from the pots that I'd hardened off and things are coming up alright. The mammoth and the red and the mammoth improved. The ones that Ayrshire Craig that I had together are starting to wilting away. So I think next time around I think I'll just be doing them in pots. But yeah, so I'm going to crack on and see, I'm going to head back next door and finish off. That's it for me from this week. I'm going to get cracked on for next week. I've got a couple of days off next week and the week after as well. So see how my shifts run. I might be down here in a couple of nights to get sorted out. But as of me this week, so I'll catch you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks everybody for joining in the live streams as well. It was a bit different the other day. Hopefully we can get another one done in this near future. I'll get to speak to a couple of years, but thanks for those that tried on Thursday, I think it was. And thanks for John for coming down. It's nice for when people come down and have a visit. It was nice to head up to Dave's as well. Like I say, I'm a happy guy. I don't mind people coming down. I don't mind visiting other people as well. And in fact, I enjoy it. Trying to get stuff done at the garden as well was something totally different. But anyways, thanks for watching for this week. We'll see what happens next week. Thanks to all the new subscribers as well, and all the old ones as well. So if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. And you can also put your comments in the videos as well.